were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people." Again and again, angels among us banish fear by bringing news of joy, peace, and hope. In the United States, groups from 3 churches joined a Just Peace pilgrimage to learn about the realities of immigration and how communities of faith are responding.
We came face to face with some harsh realities in South Texas. Every day we met people who are working hard to quench thirst, clothe, and provide shelter and dignity to people who desperately need it.
We had the privilege of meeting Mr. Eddie, the man who created water stations and who worked to find missing immigrants.
I know the experiences offered a lot of time for learning and reflecting on an important issue for us. So we really appreciate the opportunity to go on this trip.
In France, SOUP volunteers Barbara West and Kathy Howell spent 6 weeks working at a sanctuary for refugees.
Our job, as it were, was to be present and be in community with the women and children who were taking safe refuge at the house and actively trying to cross the English Channel to get to England.
The genius of Maria Skoptsova House is that the women who are guests in the house are also our partners. They're the ones who plan and prepare our evening meal. We legally can't help women with like getting a life jacket to make their voyage safer. And so we're literally just witnessing and providing a loving presence. In the end, you feel like by just being present and doing nothing, folks felt that we made a difference.
In Chad, a team of midwives is working to save lives by reducing the tragically high maternal mortality rate.
I asked my Chadian colleagues why they chose to become midwives. Every single one of them said that they wanted women to no longer die in childbirth. At Guinea Boer Hospital, we are striving to make childbirth safer for mothers and babies. We are convinced that this is close to God's heart. One woman named Zahra came into the hospital for her 12th pregnancy. 3 of her children had died as infants. Zahra gave birth to baby Musa at our hospital without any complications, but at home, she just did not feel like herself. She felt sick all the time and she began to develop these really bad headaches. Her legs and her face swelled up. And by the time her family brought her in, a week after the birth, she couldn't even walk anymore. But we know that she had back-to-back seizures upon her arrival at the hospital. We gave her medications to stop those seizures and to lower her blood pressure. And ultimately, those saved her life. Now both her and baby Musa are thriving. Here's the grateful grandmother holding her grandson. It's a privilege for me to be a part of this life-saving team of midwives. Please pray that God would sustain us in our work.